Time for another box opening. Welcome to Simple Rut. As you know, last week I did the Spider-Man build intro, which is basically a run through of my first build, which the hardware I'm going to pull out and I'm going to put into this, which is the Phanteks P400a, which is also the D-RGB version. So it comes with the RGB controller and 3 fans in the front. So I figured this episode we'll go through and we'll do a box opening of the case. Been dying to open it actually. So the box has been a little beat up on its ventures, but we'll see if that has affected the case at all. These are always fun to get out. So you've got your white styrofoam on the top and the bottom. So it's definitely not as much protection as what I found when I bought the Shift X from them, but it looks to be sufficient. From what I can tell so far, there's no damage to the case. So, pretty sturdy, no damage. Looks like it's got a nice magnetic filter for the top, which you can do either 2 120 or 2 140s. Sadly, I do not think there is enough room to put a radiator up here, but you can install fans. And I think the biggest focus of this case is, of course, airflow. The mesh front panel is really nice, actually. Really nice. And those fans look really good. I also ordered the P400a, which instead of the 120s has the 3 140s in the front. Now it's also a little bit taller, a little bit bigger in pretty much each direction actually. This one is nice and small, especially when you compare it to the monster of the Cooler Master Stormtrooper. So, always a little nervous when it comes to tempered glass. It looks like it's 4 screws. Exactly why I'm nervous. And that comes right off. Now what you can see in here is that there is a power supply cover, which is really nice. This is the first case I'll build in that actually has one. Up front, you also have a cover here, which I believe is just to allow you to mount extra hardware of some form. So if you do put a 360 radiator up front, you do have to remove this little panel. You've got all of your wires that go to the motherboard already ran through the case and ready. This does fit ATX, micro ATX and mini ITX. It also supports a 120 rad on the back, which looking at it, and since I have the 370 70K that I'm not overclocking, I might actually run with the 120 radiator. We'll see how that goes. I haven't fully decided yet. If not, we might see what I can stuff up front. The only sad thing about doing too much up front, so that just pops right off actually. You can see the little guys, there are 6 of them, and they just pop right into place. Now you can see a little bit of flex with this, but it's kind of expected with how thin the sheet metal is and with all the holes. Still, no dents, perfect shape, really great for airflow. Now looking at the front, if I can do this without knocking anything off of here, you do also have mounting holes to go with the 140. So that gives you the ability to do a 120 rad, 240 rad, a 280 rad, or the whole 360, which really opens up the possibility for cooling in this case. Now, on top, you have the power button, you got your headphones, microphone, and then you've got two USB 3s. Now you should also have buttons. I'll have to look at how that functions for the RGB controller. These screws are a little tight, so I will not be able to get them off finger tight. So with that, I'll get a screwdriver. My handy iFixit kit. Alright, now that those are loose, and get this back panel out, and we can take a look at the rest of the case. So you got the two thumb screws. Slide that back, pop it down. Okay, you can see all of the wire routing from your front ports and your power cable. Then you have your accessory box, which fits in here perfectly. Really like the ease of how these just easily pop in and out of there. So, these are hard drives. You just got those two little guys that you squeeze and you pop in and out. And in here, you have zip ties and screws. So the one thing I thought that was included in this case that I do not see was an RGB controller. So I will have to do a little more research into exactly how that hooks up. However, you can see more D-RGB fan controllers, more motherboard hookups, so plenty of wires, plenty of open space here. So you've also got the spots for your 24 pin and any other basically wiring to come through here, so you can do your graphics card through the bottom. Since there is no spot really in the front, I guess if you wanted you could run your graphics card wires through here as well. And I think that will wrap up this. I guess I'll add in the fact too, there are also two spots here for 2.5 solid state drive hookups, which is also nice. Yeah, if you look forward to the Spider-Man build, then stay tuned. The next part of this build will be going through and painting the case. So I've got to see what parts I can take off and really dial in my color scheme to give it that nice Spider-Man touch. Yeah, if you like this video and you look forward to more, hit like and subscribe below. Thank you.